Alrighty now, I haven't played Minecraft in a long time and... Wait, this isn't... What? I have no idea what happened. I'm 90% sure this is a new world and a completely different mod pack, so... This is how it is now. That's right, we are back at square one. Time to start mining wood. Canonicity aside, I actually recorded this several times before, and this was the only one that I actually ended up surviving in. I deleted those files because I didn't need them, which is a really bad decision on my part because I could have made a cool video out of them. Day 3 apparently just doesn't exist, but that's okay because the only thing I did was find this little village. I like it a lot and this is where I'm gonna build the base, but for the meantime I'm hiding out in this little shack that I made. So by the next day I started the construction on the new house. It's gonna be like a little mountain base with a bunch of stuff in it. I thought that Zelkova wood looked really good at first, but I changed it out for some new cherry logs that look way better. I kept on progressing on day 6 by starting a farm that I'll be able to grow tomatoes, potatoes, tomatoes, all the tomatoes. After that, I started working on the entryway of the house. It looks like absolute trash right now, but at least it's not Among Us, okay? I regret doing that. Days 7 and 8 are also missing. I don't know why a lot of the early days just go missing, but that's okay because it ends up fixing itself later. I wanted to explore this meteor that was on this mountain behind what is going to be the base, and I don't think I was expecting this. When I approached the crater, I saw the broken runes of the Among Us house from the Valhalla 100 days. This is a completely different mod pack in a completely different world. I have no idea how these got here. I had 300 days completely ready before my hard drive corrupted, so this hallway down here probably doesn't make a lot of sense to you guys. I have no explanation, but whatever, that's cool. I started making a little place for the villagers so I can forcefully make them stay there and have endless trades. However, my dumbass forgot to cover it and eventually all of the villagers died. I don't even know what I was doing here. You know what, I'm gonna cut my past self some slack because that song is a banger. For my blind people out there, I am currently working on a farm. I don't know why you'd be watching these videos if you're blind, but hey, I don't judge. I planted some vexing archwood saplings, and they have a nice purple color. There are 3 other trees that are exactly like this, but different colors, and that's what I end up using for my house.
Daylight come and me wanna go home.
I couldn't get any work done when someone was singing that well, so I had to leave the call. I started working on a little elevator-like thing to get down to my mine. Later that day, I started working on the front of the house. Unlike my last limb, look at this, I was about to die. The house is not Among Us themed, so at least I have that going for me. Remember those purple trees I was planting? Well, I planted some orange ones right next to it, and it made this nice little arch. I really like it. Okay, so this right here is the first time I show the front of the house, but this is not the final product. I do change it later. The living condition is kind of questionable. By day 17, I thought I was prepared enough to take on the woodland mansion I saw on my mini-map. This mod pack has been harsher to me than Valhalla, so I'm gonna need that totem of undying. I think I had a very good strategy on fighting these guys off. I put a water bucket down so they cannot get close to me while I'm still able to hit them. What's that sound? I had a shield. I was fine. Day 18 was just me returning home from the base, but I was able to pick up a blue variation of those sweet trees. All I need is the green variation and then my collection will be complete. I have no idea what I was gone for, but the rest of that day I was AFK. A little bit of mining cleans the soul on day 20. For some reason, during this entire 100 days, I lacked coal. Like every time I wanted to smelt something, I just never had the coal. Oh yeah, I have no idea when I found this umbrella, but it's severely OP. This Enderman was mad at me for trespassing on his property, but then I had to remind him who's the real boss. Back to working on the front of the house on day 22, and honestly, it's getting better. It's getting better, but it's not there yet, and at least it's not Among Us. Later that day, I set my render distance to 64, and now I can see so much more of my area. We need to explore. And then I almost died. Yeah, I was very close from dying, but I do not fear death and decided to risk it all for one crazy pro gamer move. Okay, I kind of find this funny. About a second later, I go to do the bucket trick again, and I missed. I kept trying to put days 23 and 24 in Vegas, and it just won't work. So we're gonna have to skip to day 25, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember a single thing that happened here. I did watch day 24, and I did heal a zombie villager underneath an igloo, so sorry I don't have the footage for that, but that's okay because I conquered death. When I was done looting the dungeon, I burnt it all to the ground. I know that some things won't burn, but it's really the thought that counts. Alright, time to go to the Nether. Let's go! Whoa, oh, yikes. You know what? The glass is half full on this one because I was right next to land. Ever since I started playing Minecraft about 9 years ago, I've always built a cobblestone fortress around my Nether portal. I'm not counting the Valhelsia series because my Nether portal was in a pretty safe spot. Day 26 was a very productive day. I made a little dirt bridge over this canal. This is that path that goes under the purple and orange tree, in case you're wondering. I compared netherwood to cherry planks, and honestly, I liked the cherry planks just because of that darker tone. I eventually replaced the porch with this kind of wood. You know what? I actually really like this design. This is what we're going to be going with from now on. Yeah, the red and gray look really nice. You know, I mean, like, yeah, that's okay, but I could do so much better. Yeah, this is not the final entrance of the house. It gets a lot better. I decided to go exploring in the Nether because apparently the Nether is completely different from the Valhelsia playthrough. Piglin outposts spawn, and they're just like the pillager outposts except piglins. I redid that little trick by setting my render distance to 64 so I can get a better picture of what's going on around me in the Nether. There's a cool biome that I named Yellow Thing. Wait, I'm actually strip mining in Minecraft? There's no way. I found this massive cave with a lot of ores, but it's very dangerous because a lot of mobs spawn down here. I can't die on day 30. I would lose so much footage. I spent the next few days working on the house, and I think it's coming together. I don't know. It's up to you guys. I really do not appreciate it when the dead come back just to haunt my house. Out of an infinite Minecraft world, you had to pick my base. Whatever, I dealt with him. Later that day, I started working on the walls, and I used that purple vexing archwood, which I think it works really well. I mean, it'll look better when I'm done. I used all variations of this wood on the house because I think green, purple, red, and blue all are pretty significant. Ah, yes! Ah, it's so much better! It might not be on par with Grian's build skill, but you know what? It's not Among Us. Hey, I built a balcony. Now I need a room to connect that balcony to. So I started working on my main room. Looking back, it's kind of underwhelming. I used the archwood planks for the ceiling because it fits with that red-gray color palette. Yes, this is where my room is. It's not the best, and it does not change throughout this entire 100 days. The only changes are decorations. I could honestly care less if the room changes or not because I have a perfect viewing angle of everything on my land. It might be against code, but I never put rail guards on the balcony because I was able to jump off with my umbrella. Saves time. I love the documentation through these 100 days videos because I already know how the base is gonna look at the end. So when I'm editing these videos, I really get to see how much the base and everything else changes. For those of you wondering, I found the cherry logs on day 23 when I couldn't put the files into Vegas. I don't know why. Regardless, I wish we got cherry log or something like it in a vanilla Minecraft update. This is the day 36. I changed out the Zelkova stairs with the cherry stairs. I didn't just stop at the stairs. I went and did the whole porch with cherry log and cherry plank. I think this works a lot better than the Zelkova log because, well, I mean, it fit the theme of the house. Okay, this is really weird. On day 37, I found a tunnel that stretched all the way back, and I don't know where it came from. Honestly, I didn't really care. I just sealed it up and continued working on my house. The building of my house used a lot of cherry log, and honestly, I guarantee you a majority of this 100 days is just footage of me chopping down cherry trees. Wait, you can craft wither skulls with wither skeleton bits, and it's way too overpowered because this makes it easy to fight the wither. On day 38, I crafted myself an emerald helmet, and this is one of the coolest armor combinations I've ever seen. So I decided to go on an adventure and go back to that woodland mansion, and everything was on fire. I went back for this wool, and I'm gonna be honest, I never used this wool once, but it's strange that this whole place was on fire when I came back. I have a game theory. It's Herobrine. Obviously not, but that guy gave me nightmares as a child. On my way back, I accidentally used a totem of undying, and I honestly have no idea how. Like, I'm being dead serious. I have no idea how I took damage. I have no idea what happened, but it looked like I lagged here. I don't know. You guys tell me. Okay, so I was trying to make a cog, which is like a really big boat. This is the crafting recipe right here, and I was wondering why it wasn't working. But then I realized it's because I was using the wrong cherry boat from a different mod. Yeah, in all the mod 6, there's like 2 or 3 different type of cherry logs, and I was using the wrong one, but that's okay because I was able to make a spruce cog. This will allow us to go on some crazy adventures, so I immediately started off on one. No. Well, now that Disney is coming after me and my future family, I decided that I should replicate that behavior. I'm here for replacement villagers. That's what the giant boat is for. Wait. You know what, let's not think about that too much because I just found a rainbow eucalyptus. It's a unique kind of wood that I end up never using. Honestly, this place was in ruins when I found it. I honestly think I saved the villagers. At least I kind of got to display what the rainbow eucalyptus boat looks like. This is what I used to drag villagers to the big boat. I was going off of a guess if this big boat could hold more than 2 villagers, and you know what? I was right. 2 villagers is all I need, but I'm greedy. I went back for a 3rd so I could speed up the villaging processor. Oh my gosh, I should run for president. Anyway, let's get these villagers home so that way I can get a full set of emerald armor. That's the main reason why I wanted villagers. It was a long journey home. In fact, so long that I had to speed it up by 400%. It was one of the most headache-inducing Minecraft days I've ever played. This is because I kept having to widen the river that leads to my house. When I was finally home, I started digging out a tunnel where the original spot for the villagers was gonna be. These living quarters will be better. And yeah, when I was done, I was finally able to get the villagers where I wanted them to be. They should relish this moment because it's the last time they saw sunlight. Either I trap them in here and they never have to worry about zombies or any form of danger, or I let them see sunlight. But if I let them roam around, that increases their risks of danger. It's a morally gray area, and I kind of want to know what you guys are thinking. Type in the live chat or the comments, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about this too much. Day 42, my pickaxe broke. So I decided to take the villager sleeping privileges away. They don't need it. I know there's an easier way to do this with a fence. Don't judge, but my peewee-sized brain at the time didn't think about that until later. When all neurons in my brain activated and I went to get a fence, I came back to, I came back to something. Yeah, I have no idea why I did the trapdoor thingy first. This is so much easier. That old place where I was going to keep the villagers if they survived, I sealed that up. Nobody has to know. Who knows, maybe I'll return to this in 200 days. We don't need to think about that right now. So on day 43, this villager was trying to escape. No! However, this farmer right here is one of the best villagers I've ever had. He knew exactly what to do. He went directly to his post. That farmer is one of the coolest villagers I have because for 20 wheat, I can get 1 emerald. I know there are ways to get better villagers, but I'm too lazy right now. So on day 44, I just kept setting up more villager areas. I only set up like 3 and then I forget about them for another like 50 days. I put trapdoors right there just in case I do leave the fence open. A baby zombie won't come in and kill the villagers. And yeah, it may or may not have happened during these 100 days. Later in these days, I do have the idea of starting a boat collection, and you can kind of see the seeds starting right here. I really do like boats. I haven't really gotten around to actually securing the area around the base, and that's why these random zombies and weird enemies just come out of nowhere. Alright, here's day 46, and the base is coming along. Like, I'm not even done with the main living room section. It's crazy. Well, that's about to change because I spent a majority of this day fixing up the house and actually, like, you know, working on it. As you can see, I'm working on the floor, and it's actually going to be a pretty big living room. In the middle of the wall area, it goes from the purple archwood to the red archwood, and I think it makes a nice blend. I had to go back to the villagers. They do need their rations, and I'm trying to get the population up so I can have more villagers, which is weird because I never really did anything with them. Oh, you can actually see the shell of what the living room is looking like so far. I think it looks pretty nice. I think it's looking a lot better. It's not Among Us, so yeah, I finished up the ceiling. I went with the archwood planks because it fits well with the gray, the purple, the blue, the red, the green, yeah, all of that. Wait, this is actually the first time I've seen a creeper in a long time. Let me kill it. Little did I know that this creeper's explosion would change the world forever. Nah, I'm just kidding. It just made a crater. But I do want to do something with it in the coming 100, 200, maybe 300 days. We'll see. Yeah, day number 48, we're going out on another adventure. I'm looking at my notes right now for this day, and nothing is listed, so I guess we're just gonna have to watch and see. Oh, it looks like I found one of those underwater temples with a bunch of loot and carrots. That's actually really good. Then I went back to that village where I offered job opportunities to the original 3 villagers, and yeah, This place is in even a bigger mess than when I left it. And somehow, through all of the chaos, I found a baby villager hiding from the mess outside. I wanted to let him live, but he just wasn't cooperative. I found another village on my minimap, so I decided to go to it, and it had one of those rune stones, so I can actually teleport from here and home very easily. I'm too lazy to craft these, so I just used any one that I could find throughout the world. This village reminded me of my villagers at home, so I went back to check on them, and yeah, this guy right here, he gives me pretty decent profits. I did say he was my favorite. See, in using those profits from the villagers, I'm able to make myself emerald gear. Just look at this armor combination. It just looks so stylish. I remember that in the Valhelsia playthrough, there were beekeeping villagers, so I wanted to test that out right here. None of the villagers really cared until this brave soul stepped up to the job. Okay, I honestly thought I made this a little bit later than day 50, but this is my enchanting corner. It ends up looking very nice. I put cherry log, but I stripped it so it makes this nice dark red. There are cherry wood bookshelves, so it just looks even better. I now have an area to enchant my stuff, so I started making good use of it by enchanting my emerald gear. These are pretty basic enchants, but that's okay because I upgrade them later. They get better. So yeah, my living room is now done, but you can see me here mapping out where I want to put a hallway. I just want to dig into the mountain. I went outside to see two skeletons battling each other, and my money goes to the one in gold armor. So let's just sit back and watch. Let's go, my skeleton won, but now I have to put it down. Oh. And this right here is the hallway I was talking about a day or so ago. I want a hallway that goes as far back as I need, with a bunch of different rooms on the side for all the different necessities like enchanting or smelting or whatever we need to have happen. The hallway is not the only thing I'm interested in. As you can see, I did add some trim to the living room, and I think it makes it pop just a little bit more. I went to the Nether and I found a villager just chilling. I have no idea how he got down here. I have no idea how he even escaped that enclosure, but that's okay. I guess we're rescuing him. When I went through the portal, he was nowhere to be seen, but he was there. As you can see, here's the slowed down footage. I guess I'm just blind. I was so close from dying right here. I was in a firefight with some blazes, and luckily I had that totem of undying. That was my last totem of undying, but that's okay because this is the last time I come this close to death. I almost had a heart attack on day 55. Like, this encounter right there could have ended horribly. Thankfully, nothing happened because I would have lost all my villagers. I started day 56 by just enchanting random things. Oh, this right here is my backup potato farm. If at any point during this series I do end up somehow losing potatoes, I will always have a backup supply right there. The chances of running out of potatoes are low, but never zero. I use a lot of potatoes to try and get my villager population up. It's such a cheap and efficient way to get villager populations up. I do end up swapping to carrots later, but not right now. Okay, so the next 20-ish days were recorded around Halloween. So out of nowhere, these random ghosts appear, and I think they're meant to spook you, but they're not really that scary, and they don't do anything except just sit there for a few seconds. Zombies, creepers, skeletons, and maybe spiders, they all drop Halloween candy that can give you a random potion effect. Day 57 is just a reminder that my base is not the safest. I haven't really lit up anything, so random things just come at me. I had to reload the world, and for some reason I was in my floor. That's weird. Feel like there's a joke to be made here. There's no audio in these clips, but hey, another ghost sighting. Ooh, so scary. Oh, I don't understand the point of these. I saw something interesting on my minimap, so I started mining down to it. You can see these random ores here because I ate some Halloween candy, and it gave me a potion effect that allowed me to see only those ores. No, I'm not cheating. I was trading with some piglins, but oh my gosh, I must have had the wrong mod pack installed because they were giving me some insane loot. Oh my gosh, that joke took 27 takes. And wait, yo, look, it's an abandoned mine shaft, but in the Nether. Oh, yeah, I have no idea how I ended up here, but I found an insanely cool mushroom biome in the Nether. I have to return to this in 200 days because this is so cool. Long story short, I found some sapphire and now I have a full sapphire set. Very stylish. Day 60, I was just AFK. Nothing here. Day 62, however, I am getting ready to fight the Ender Dragon. Not a big deal. I've already fought it a few times. Let's be real. I was probably ready to take on the Ender Dragon around day 30, but I wanted to be prepared. I combined 3 different enchanted bows and made one of the most powerful weapons in my arsenal. You already know we had to name it Bread Rechemis. I had a name tag, so I named my dog Ted. Ted. Something bad is about to happen. I can feel it. So, day 64, I set out to find the end stronghold. It sounds like I'm yelling in some of these clips. My bad. I'll try and fix that. Honestly, this end stronghold felt like it was farther away than past end strongholds. And I ended up finding a zombie thing. I don't really know what this was, but I do know that there were a ton of zombies, and I am too lazy to deal with it right now. Conquering this place is going to be a goal in 200 days. Just look at this. Look how many zombies there were. I can't deal with that right now. A little bit later, I finally dug into the end stronghold, and it has been revamped and redone so heavily I don't even know where to start. Like, look how big this ballroom is. But that just means that there are so many more opportunities for goodies and loot. I found the portal room, and it looks so much better than vanilla Minecraft. I honestly do wish they would revamp the stronghold area. I got a pretty bad spawn in the end, but that's okay. Maybe I'm just getting better at the game. Maybe it's the loot that I brought. I don't know. But this Ender Dragon fight was so underwhelming, and it took like little to no effort. Like, it was so easy. I went through the end gateway portal expecting the same old end, but no, it's been completely revamped. It looks so different. I honestly have no idea where to start, but I'm actually interested in the end. Let's go. I don't know this just yet, but in the end, there's a new ore called Ametrine, and it's stronger than Draco Arcanus. I'm honestly debating on going after the Draco Arcanus set because honestly, it would be kind of cliche. We've already done that. This is the first time I've actually seen rain in this world. I never had rain in Valhelsia because I was in a savannah, but I decided to get my cat out of the rain because I'm a good person. I haven't named the cat just yet, but just wait. I think it's a pretty funny name. I stocked up on Halloween candy and ate it all in one go, so now there's all this different effects that I have. I don't even have a clue on what some of these potion effects are. Oh, it's the funny number day. Now name a better day to fight the Wither. That's what I thought. I may or may not be the smartest man alive. So, I fought the Wither in my own house, and that might seem dumb at first, but let me explain. When the Wither comes at you, it breaks blocks. So instead of breaking out the hallway by hand, I fought the Wither in my house, so it would break out the hallway for me. I know, it's genius. Oh yeah, I killed this zombie that dropped this crossbow that gives you like swiftness 5 if you hold it. It's crazy. This crossbow becomes one of the most important things I own. It speeds up pretty much everything I do. What did I say about the dead coming back to haunt me? It's the same ghost. I mean, it might be the same skeleton too. I don't finish the hallway this 100 days because I do other things. So this is going to be mainly a 200 and 300 days project. But right now, it's not really a big deal. That's okay. I'm just kind of starting it. The only interesting thing that I did day 71 was go out onto my balcony and take a good look at the sunrise. I was just walking around my land until I found a floating lead, so I went on a Scooby-Doo type adventure, which only lasted a few seconds. It was just a trader. I'm a sane person, so I used the wandering trader for free leads. I honestly should have stocked up on Halloween candy because look at this. There is no reason for this to be this overpowered. I'm literally flying in survival from a potion effect that I got for free. You know what? I'm not even complaining because I use this ability to fly around the end to find free Ametrine. You know, just a tad OP. I'm so poor I had to find everything I could to get this beacon to be active. I wanted the beacon down here so I could put haste on it. That way I could speed up the process of mining out the new hallway. You know, if you can't tell, this hallway might be important. I don't know, that's just a thought. I turned music on and you know what? It's quite peaceful. Let's just take a little listen. You know, that ghost kind of ruined it, but I don't really care. Here's some sped up footage of me getting the perfect enchantments for all of my stuff. What did I say earlier in this video? Oh yeah, I left the trapdoor open and now this whole area is contaminated with zombie villagers. My solution was just to kill them and then rebreed them. No, this is the clip. No! I sat there for a long time thinking about what I just did. Was getting the most powerful bow worth it if it was going to end up in the death of my dog? Was this always meant to happen, or is this just the consequences of my decisions? We'll never know. Well, losing a Minecraft dog sucks, but I will honor them well. Okay, so one of the enchantments I put on my boots is multi-jump 3. It's pretty standard. I mean, it allows me to jump multiple times. But I also found this book that gives me an effect called glide, which means I can fly infinitely. My emerald pickaxe also got an upgrade through an enchantment called excavating. And yeah, it allows me to find ametrine in the end way too easily. So yeah, expect me to go after ametrine armor sometime in 200 days. Sorry for skipping around these last few days. It's just I'm trying to wrap it up and there's not really much going on. I did take out these ether planks to replace them with cherry planks. And honestly, I think they look a lot better. It's coming along. This is that boat collection I was talking about all those days ago. It's kind of small now, but it'll be a priority in 200 days. And I haven't even filmed it yet. Oh yeah, I also made a water elevator up to this little area up here. It's gonna be a nice little balcony all the way up at the top where the intro was filmed. And since I can glide infinitely now, it's a great place to jump off from if I need to get somewhere. This is very, very, very last minute, but the Twilight Forest is in this mod pack. So I hopped through and fought the Naga snake, which for some reason was just his head. And then for the next 4 days, I built a wall around the base. Huh, I wonder where I got that idea from. And here we are, day 99. I took a good look at my land because I'm honestly really proud of how this series has turned out so far. But we still have one more day. Let's start off with the house tour first because we're here and it's nighttime and I'm not wearing any armor. So I think this is the smartest thing to do. Not too much to say here. It's a balcony. I do not remember placing a chest right there. That's weird. As you can see, I fought the Ender Dragon 3 times. Honestly, it was way too easy. Right here we got a trophy. And I think it's because I opened up a lot of chests. I think we got my boat collection. Very cool boat collection. I have no idea. It was kind of a last minute thought and it was kind of funny. So because of this little joke, somewhere down in here, I'm going to have a room specifically for boats. I think this is what I broke this out for. Like, that's just the start. Oh, how can we forget? How can we forget? Frederick Chemist von Achenheimer VI. This cat right here did absolutely nothing throughout the entire playthrough, but that's okay because his name is just, it's so golden, you know? Alright, of course we have my 2 elevators, my 2 water elevators that bring you all the way up to the top of the mountain that my house is built into. I kind of made this last minute too, but that's okay because I really like the thought of being able to go directly up to the top of the mountain. Oh, you also get a really good look at my land. Yep, I've conquered fall damage. Oh, this is my monument. Perfect. Made out of compressed cobblestone. Who knows? I might upgrade it when I'm, you know, a little bit richer. These guys right here are the villagers. What is that guy looking at? Bro's looking direct. Hey! Oi! Oi! No looking at each other. Village Part 2 is technically Village 1, but I kind of named them incorrectly and I'm too lazy to change it. Oh, yes. Yes, I almost forgot. Barry the Squid and Ted the Dog. Ted the Dog was completely my fault. I shot him with a bow. You know, I really did not do anything with all this land over here until like the last 5 days when I built this wall. I don't know who dug out this tunnel or where it came from. What I find really weird is if you follow it, it takes you directly underneath the crater where all of the stuff from the Valhelsia 100 days is. So I have no idea what's up with that. This concludes our first 100 days on all the mods 6. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.